Hey, what's up, people? It's Dre again. This time I want to talk about something that plagues, I'm going to go out on a limb and say over 80% of humanity. And this is this feeling of I'm not enough or I don't deserve this. So this happens when people want to strike out and do something new in their lives. This happens, we bump up against this when people want to, when they have a win, a great win, like something they've been praying for happens to them. They sort of right away feel as though they don't deserve it. This is what is behind the fear of success. This is what is behind the fear of failure. And we're going to talk today about some ways that we could overcome it. I've dealt with it in my life in the past. I've overcome it multiple times. And I like to share like a little bout that I had with it and how I got over it. And I think it will help a lot of people. So, as many of you know, like I've done a lot of personal development work, a lot of growth internally. And I faced this the first time when I wanted to start my own business, right? I felt like, who am I to stand out and just step in front of all these people and make an offering and then build a business that's going to support me and my lifestyle and everything and make a difference in the world. So there's a level of belief that I didn't have in myself, but it was subconscious, like it was below the level, below the layer of my conscious mind. So I wasn't aware of it. So how that showed up was there was a lot of procrastination. I would wait and say, oh, next month I'll start it. And, I'm a confident dude. I would consider myself, well adjusted and maybe even an alpha male in a lot of ways, right? I'm always productive. But when asked to step into a greater spotlight, like to even shoot these videos and have hundreds of people and thousands of people see them and things like that, like it took a lot for me to step out of the comfort zone of just affecting maybe a few hundred people like I do it at, as a personal trainer or as a coach. So it wasn't until I said I deserve to have a business that supports me doing the thing that I love. Like I can take my passion and my purpose and then get paid from it and, constantly tell myself that I'm good enough to do it, that I was able to get up and take the steps to make things incrementally happen. So in life, whatever it is you're up to, I'm going to be the first person to tell you that you are good enough. Your perspective, the way you see things is so important because there's not another you on this planet. And there's somebody who's going to hear a message that you have that, and the way you put it, that nobody else can replicate. They were waiting for you to say it. So it's your time right now to get up and share who it is you need to be authentically. Whether it be start that business, whether it be coach those kids that you were thinking about coaching, whether it be whatever it is you want to be or whatever goal you have in your life, that thing you need to do it because people are waiting for you to get up and do it. And the longer you take to do it, the more collateral damage you're causing in a person's life who needs to hear what your message is and you don't share it. By you being small, you crush the people that you could help. That's deep. And it wasn't until I started looking at things like that that I became unabashed. Like, I shoot videos every week. I get up, I write articles every week. Every day I read something that adds to the amount of knowledge that I have that I could share with the people that follow me that need to hear what it is I have to say. I never had anyone, especially, this is a thing that scarred me and what I think created my, I quote unquote fear of success or quote unquote, the obstacle around me really stepping into being, fully great. I never had a man or anyone that looked like me tell me that I am worth anything great growing up. I never had that. I never was loved and coddled and held and, you know, told that I was that I had the potential to be an excellent human. Nobody ever did that for me in my life. And so what I realized is that since I grew up that way, like subconsciously I didn't expect greatness to be within me. Like I didn't even entertain the idea of it. And so when I had these wills to go and speak and these wills to write these books and do the things that I've done, like I didn't have anything to pull from. So I had to cultivate that within myself. I had to wake up every day and say, I am grateful for my life. My life is going to impact others. I had to create this sentence. So there's ways that humans learn. You either have somebody who's telling you that, somebody who's putting a battery in your back, somebody who's feeding you, or you see somebody and you emulate that greatness. So repetition, like me, I had to constantly reprogram my mind, tell myself that I'm worthy of being on TV shows. The first time I got called by a TV show, like I basically turned it down because I didn't feel like I deserved it. I didn't know why I was turning it down at the time, but subconsciously it was because I didn't feel like I deserved to walk into that space yet. But ever since then, I've been taking every opportunity that goes through and aligns with my mission, you know, which is to see humans be the greatest versions of themselves and then share it authentically. So as you can see, I'm kind of passionate about this because it's my journey too. Like all the things I've accomplished in my life is the same things that I see people struggling with. And so I'm just a little further down the road with a lot of these concepts than other people. So I have to share it. It's part of me being a human. It's in my DNA to do this. So know deep down and inside that you deserve every great thing that happens to you. And another thing people get stuck with too is that they get stuck with the idea that if something great happens, then something double times as shitty is going to happen. So, you know, they don't even aim to do the great thing because they feel like the other foot is going to drop. And I'm here to tell you now that it doesn't have to drop. The other foot does not have to drop. Sure, life is going to have its ups and downs, and that's commensurate with just being alive here. But take your wins, savor your wins, and know deep down inside that you deserve all of your wins. If there's anything you could do, that's the thing that you do, because it's going to power you to live authentically, to live unabashedly, and to share the best version of yourself with the planet. And that's it. I think I covered that one. Yeah, pretty much it. As always, you're greater than any past conditioning. You're greater than any current circumstances, and you are responsible for sharing the greatest version of yourself with this planet. Peace.